This video is sponsored by Squarespace. So you don't know what to buy, huh? Welcome to the club. I don't blame you though. Humans are not evolved to deal with the sheer amount of choices out there. What should I buy has been the #1 question people have been asking me as long as I can remember. From what should I buy for wardrobe essentials to what should I buy to elevate my style? What kind of shoes should I get? So now I figured I might as well just make this video to answer this question for everybody. And to get the answers and figure out what everyone's wondering, I did what every normal person would do, and I decided to not shop, not browse, and not buy a single item of clothing for 6 months. I did this for you guys. You guys know about fast fashion. I went on a fashion fast. It's like when a fitness coach that's shredded and healthy gets fat on purpose so that they can shred all the way back down and empathize with their clients better. But the 6 months is up, baby. And I'm back and I'm better. And I've learned a lot. But it was honestly kind of cool how taking a step back kind of helped me clarify my understanding of what I liked and how to go about pursuing it. And hopefully the stuff that I learned and the stuff that I'm about to share with you can help you figure out what to do with yourself. And honestly, it is not that complicated. We only buy clothes for 2 reasons. There's only 2 reasons we buy clothes. And it's true. That's how it is. You can pop off right now and think of a million different scenarios and factors as to why you would be buying something. But no matter what you think about, all of your points will fall under these 2 reasons. And the first one of these 2 is very obvious. It's our favorite lie. We buy clothes for ourselves. We buy clothes for ourselves, for our own creative fulfillment, and for all the millions of other reasons that we can come up with internally to keep us invested into fashion. So if we're doing all of this for ourselves, right, like we say we are, and we know ourselves so much, why is it so hard to make a decision? It should be easy. I've been myself for as long as I can remember. You know, I've pretty much been myself my whole life. Why is it so hard for me to decide on what I want? I got 2 guys on screen right here. This guy likes everything. This guy is very open-minded, wants to try everything. Really cool guy. And this guy likes very few things. Very selective, has a curated mind. Which one of these 2 guys do you think is easier to shop for? And also, don't think too hard about it, because that's literally the whole problem. So don't think too hard about it. So obviously, having very diverse and eclectic tastes would make things easier to decide on what to get because you like so many things. Like, I'm literally down for anything. Logically, this makes a lot of sense, right? But then, because you like everything, and you want to try everything, and you take a liking to everything, guess what, buddy? You get nothing. You like so many things that ultimately you get nowhere. When your girl says, I'm down for whatever, honestly, you're telling me it's easy to make a decision when the parameters are like that? If you're down for whatever, then pick something. Why can't you pick something then? So what's the logical solution to this? It's simple. Focus your style. Be more meticulous. Be specific. Because having a specific and fixed taste makes it easier to decide on what to get because your choices are so clear. You're more focused. Logically, this makes a lot of sense, right? But then, because your taste is so refined and complete in this regard, nothing will ever be good enough anymore. And again, you get nothing. And then you're bored and you're tired of your style. Everything just feels too stale and too familiar. You feel like you're not really going anywhere. So, what's the logical solution to this? Expand your style and taste. Having very diverse and eclectic tastes would make things easier to decide on what to get because you like so many things. Like, I'm literally down for any. See where this is going? Again, both of these are very logical and polarizing solutions that, oddly enough, yield the same result. It's a lose-lose. Babe, I'm honestly down for whatever. I'm down for whatever. Honestly, we can eat whatever. I'm cool with whatever, babe. Whatever is fine. So what have I found to fix the feedback loop of never knowing what to do and never knowing what to get? Well, when I came back from my 6-month fast in the desert, I feel like I was both of these guys. Everything seemed so cool and interesting again, like I was seeing clothes for the first time. But I also had a lot of time to think about where I wanted my style to go when I came back, so I wanted to stay focused. I wanted to be specific and meticulous. I was benefiting from being both of these guys, but then still getting nowhere. And my personal solution that has worked wonders for me, and I'm sure will work wonders for anybody that takes this type of advice, is whether you're this guy or someone in between. My personal solution to this is identifying your North Star. I put in the effort to find the common theme in all these things that I found interesting, because you're gonna ebb and flow between phases. That's just how creativity works. So you're gonna need this North Star to stay efficient and focused. So what is my North Star? What keeps me centered? Personally, what I found about myself through all this is that no matter what aesthetic I hyperfixate on, and there have been a lot, no matter where I am right now, I always like being goofy. And I know, what a ridiculous North Star to have for fashion. But that is my North Star, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't ask for this. I would not have picked this if I had the option. I'm just a goofy guy. Literally, she let me hit because I'm goofy, but for clothes. And don't ask me to rationalize it. Don't ask me to point out in clothes what makes it goofy, because I can't. But that's what works for me. And I find it easier to take direction and decide on things that knowing this is my North Star. Like in this wide array of things, all these things I've been wearing recently and have been very interested in. I find all of this to be a little goofy, especially when they're all styled together. Like this right here, this Raised Online NPC hoodie. Whoa, this is dropping June 18th? That's crazy. At first glance, this is just another cool crop soft vintage hoodie that looks so nice and cozy, that goes with everything. Look at the variety of outfits right here. That's crazy. But with the inside joke of the NPC text, I find it to be pretty goofy considering the implications. To me, it's just fun. It's silly. It makes fashion feel fun. It keeps this boyish charm to everything. And maybe that's what I'm looking for. Everything to not be so serious. I've been wearing this with everything. I don't know, maybe I'm just that silly. But some pieces, it's very clear what makes them look goofy or at least capture that vibe. Some of them are more nuanced. I can't really explain it. It's just my North Star calling me and me picking up the phone, which is why I'm telling you, you gotta figure that out for yourself. It's gonna be different. You're probably not goofy. If you're buying clothes for yourself, sit down with yourself and figure out what you even like right now. Think about all your favorite pieces and fits, not even necessarily the stuff that you own, just maybe the stuff that you find cool. Think about all of that stuff. Once you get that in your head, that vibe, find the commonality in that. What's your North Star in all this junk right here? And your North Star is not gonna be as simple as the thing that you're currently hyper fixated on, whether it be a piece or a style. That's too shallow. It's too easy. That's not a North Star. That's just a current interest. Unless you're a collector, in which case, congratulations, you've figured it out. You know what to buy. An example of a fashion North Star. Maybe this is just an easy one. Maybe you're into just very vibrant and emotional color palettes. Maybe this is what truly speaks to you. This is a pretty good one. And it could also just be as logical as efficiency. Some people love that, and they just always come back to simplicity, which is totally fine. That's a good North Star to have as well. God, that makes things so easy though. That's your North Star? F you, man. I'm out here looking for goofy pieces. All you gotta look for is what goes with everything. Like, what if your North Star was, like, subconsciously, you gravitate towards clothes that look like they would taste really good if they were food. Like, clothes that would look delicious if they were to cross mediums to food. Obscure. That could be you, big dog. Like stuff that, like, just when you look at food, you're like, oh, that looks delicious. And then maybe you start salivating. You're like, why am I salivating right now? Man, like this doesn't even make any sense. Like I'm not even trying to eat these clothes, but like, man, some of that stuff looks appetizing as hell. When you're looking at colorways and you're talking about flavors, I know there's a bunch of weirdos out there like, oh, look at these flavors. When you got a whole fit on and you're in the mirror like, damn, I'm a whole ass meal right now. But actually, a whole ass meal though. That could be your North Star, man. We don't know. Like it could honestly be that. Like maybe you don't even realize. I'm sure there are a lot of people that are like thinking like, oh man, do I find clothes delicious? That could have awakened something in you. It could be anything. Or you could just, you really love quality clothes. That could be your North Star. It's kind of a boring one. Personally, I'd rather find clothes delicious. But if you like craftsmanship. That's cool too. It could literally be anything, man. And once you're in tune with that, everything will be so much clearer, regardless of what you're hyperfixating on. And this way, all of your clothes match, as they're all working towards a common goal, a North Star. I walk into my wardrobe like, what are we eating, boys? Scrolling through Grailed, hungry as That's crazy, man. Essence sale is like a buffet. Oh my God, I wish that was my North Star so bad. So now that you've got the whole for myself part figured out, I want to controversially discuss the other equally driving force as to why we buy clothes. Because of other people. Who cares about other opinions, bro? I'm doing this for myself. I don't care about other opinions. But it's true. We buy clothes because we want to look good in front of other people. That is just a fact. Be okay with these things. Accept it as a part of the game. Don't let other people's opinions be the entire driving force as to why you might like something or not like something. But again, pulling off fits for your boys is also kind of a fun part of fashion. That's the social part of fashion. There's nothing wrong with building a fit to post on their gram so that you can see how people react to it. That is the social part of the game. That is literally Fashion Week. That's what brands do. They're putting together their best fits so that they can show it off to their boys. Doing things strictly for yourself and only yourself is overrated. Playing this game as if nobody's paying attention, overrated, man. Get real, be honest with yourself. The way we're perceived by others is very important to us. That's just the way it is. So much to the point where we're spending thousands of dollars on clothes just to look good, just to leave a good impression. And with impressions being everything online, you're gonna need a good website. And that's why I keep bringing up the sponsor of today's video, Squarespace. Squarespace is the best place to make a website for absolutely anything. They got over hundreds of designer award-winning templates so that your site can fit your aesthetic and practical needs. Are you a minimal e-commerce guy? Template. Are you an artsy e-commerce guy? Template. Are you an artsy minimal e-commerce guy? Template. Are you an e-commerce guy selling minimal art? Template. I could go on for days here, dog. I even use it for my own brand, Raised Online. They had all the e-commerce tools I needed on launch days, and it made things easier for everyone, including myself. So if you want to make your life easier and see if I'm actually putting you onto some game, you can try out the website builder for yourself. Build your own website, get everything going at squarespace.com/frugalaesthetic. And when you finally come around, you'll get 10% off your first order at squarespace.com/frugalaesthetic. The link is in the description. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video, man. Couldn't do it without you. Raise.online, 16 underscores for the Instagram. Join the friends list. Everything is in the description. And the fabric is lightweight on this. It'll work year round. I don't need to explain myself. Look, everyone's been asking for this hoodie and it's finally coming out. Pull up, join the club.